we didn't have this show in mind when we started this series, but we just started to play. We've known each other for, I'm not great with numbers, but it seems like a couple of lifetimes. And we like to explore with art and with creating, and we like to see what feels like it might want to happen. So, you know, Penny had come over to my photo studio and we had done some portraits that were really expressive and about energy and motion and not about the conventional, how do I look and my appearance. It's really about what's inside coming out. And from that, we realized that what we were starting to create was a body of work that was really expressive of our journey and how we were shifting and letting go of a lot of roles and identities and fears and limits that we had accumulated in our younger years. And this sort of freedom, this sort of rewilding, this sort of liberty to explore and to you know, embrace the unexpected and embrace the unknowing became like the energy driving every single one of our sessions. And Penny would take the images, and she's a fine artist in Atlanta, and she would play with encaustic and shellac and resin, which she had never done before, and we both love, and mica, and just all these ways of treating, and I'll let her tell you about that. But from that came the series Unknowing, that is a growing body of work that really celebrates getting in your discomfort zone and embracing that and seeing that as a positive, and resiliency, and celebrating uncertainty, and being curious, right? And moving forward into the unknown with love and joy. And that's really the energy that has infused this entire process.
Like Liz said, she would have me over to her studio and I'd be like, well, what do I wear? She's like, I don't know, whatever strikes you that day. So I might just pull out a white shirt and she would start saying, well, just how do you feel? And so I'd start dancing around, and then she'd come up with some amazing technique, and sometimes it was an accident in her camera lens or in Photoshop. And then sometimes I would be really sad and I'd come over and she could shoot close shots of me and I'm crying. Or one day it's hot and she's like, well, just jump in the pool and I'll take some pictures in there. And then those became an incredible body of work. But like the piece you see behind us, that was created from a photograph that Liz took when I was in the pool, and then I coated it with wax and used a blowtorch to fuse each layer of wax to the next. And then my intuition told me, this needs to look like it has some foam and some movement. And so I added shellac, and the shellac caught on fire on the painting and created these amazing foamy, watery feel that gives the painting such depth. And so each time she had a photograph, I would say, let me just see how it's speaking to me. What's it asking for? And sometimes it was gold mica, sometimes it was gold leaf. Sometimes it was resin that poured all over the painting and looked like water.
One of the things we're really excited about with this show is to engage with students, because we are passionate about the importance of art in terms of everyone is a creative, and having the ability to be expressive with that voice, especially when you can't find words, especially when something is going on in the entire world that turns north to south. It is, for us, how your vitality flows. It's wellness, it's wholeness, it's how we connect in a time of disconnection. We really want this to be a celebration of community in a time where people are distanced. And I think there's a lot of dis-ease and a lot of sadness because we are not able to connect in the human way that we so desperately need. And we want this to be an opportunity to have an expanded dialogue, to have an expanded experience that connects us in sharing what it is to find strength in not knowing, and to find, it's very personal, to find connection in the disconnection. I mean, we live and breathe it, and we believe that art heals, and we want to expand that.
Well, and that was kind of part of what is even more special, because we started planning this before the pandemic. And just the fluid ideas and the excitement was there. And then we said, oh, well, we'll see. And kept planning. And then I said, you guys, this is just not going to be a normal year. And I didn't want them as artists to, invest in this, huge array of things. It was a very hard phone call to make. But they took a minute and they said, let's still do something. So just the passion of them to not want to give up, like they knew that this was a driving thing to connect with these kids, connect with the community. And so in creating this, what we're going to call a capsule show, they have picked 12 pieces to kind of give a little insight into what will be a whole show next year. So fall of 2021 will be the big open door shebang. But I'm excited. There's the extra piece that you guys have created really for the students and for the day school community is a piece that all the children are going to have the capacity to work on. We're figuring out the distance piece so that everybody can work at different times. But it's to essentially say, like the title, I'm not sorry. And I'm not sorry for all the feelings that I'm having. I'm not sorry for not understanding what's happening in maybe this time and place, and how they are going to be able to express that on the 13th piece, essentially. This large canvas that we're going to share with everybody, and then it's going to be a gift from them also. We're going to be sharing that and keeping that in the day school permanent collection.
To be able to have the kids literally come up and look at this piece and have the eyes look into their eyes and say, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry for any part of who I am, and I'm going to sit and watch and look and see inside myself, what do I need to express? And do I need to twirl around and dance and then sign my name, or do I need to say, this is what I'm feeling right now? I'm scared, or actually feel really joyful. I love to be outside all the time now. Just anything that they want to share in their heart, it just felt like it needed to be expressed big, and the importance and how crucial it is to hear their voices and to leave this behind as a gift for the school.
And also to declare your dreams,
Yes.
because this has been a dream of ours for a long, long time, and we've taken a long road to get here. I would love for kids to be at that point early in life where dreams are as alive as anything in front of them, and they keep that in their heart, so they keep on that path.
Well, I think especially since this is a K through 12 school,
Right.
pre-K, 12, that I'm really excited to see the visions that all of our age children bring to it, and how that gets interwoven and interacts as well. I think, it's just so right timed. This whole thing is so right timed, because we just, we're not struggling, but how we can make what is natural to us, like you're saying, that natural synthesis of being together. I feel like that piece is going to portray that normal feeling that we're all trying to achieve. And I really thank you guys for that.
Can't wait to see how people respond to it.